All right, so we're here one last time for question number 7. I know question number 8 is the latter, but I had to do this one last because it takes a long time. And so I will be taking pauses in between each section to make it easier for me and for you to understand what's going on. So for this one, they recommend us to build a little table right next to this so it's easier to complete, right? So we're going to go ahead and type linear trend and our slope, our intercept, then absolute error. Then instead of pressing enter, press shift. So it goes into the next cell. And then squared error. Then shift again and absolute percentage error. Awesome. So now this is optional, but you can motion center this. So it looks cool. This like there you go. Okay, so now what you need to do here is use the slope Excel function, which is built into the program, and then you would select well, your x and y's first and second. Then there we go. Sorry, you would press enter. Now for the intercept, you will have to do the same thing. But instead of using the slope function, use the intercept one. Then you select this. Then you select this. You go ahead and click enter. Cool. So now here, when I go to linear trend, equals to our slope anchored. So we can later click and drag down so it auto completes. Then multiply that by A5, period 1 plus H7, which in this case would be our intercept, and then you want to anchor it as well. Go ahead, click enter, fill this out, and there you go. Okay, so let's go into the answers. See if this is in the answer sheet. Yeah, there we go. So we got that part complete. Now we're on to the absolute error, square error, and absolute percent error part. And we need to calculate this. So there's a function for each one. I'm gonna take a little pause and I'm gonna continue. Now for this section of the exercise, we're still on part 1. We need to calculate the absolute error, the squared error, and the absolute percentage error. So what we're gonna do is fairly simple. We're gonna use the Excel functions. So first, since these are errors, let's give them a little red connotation, just like that. And let's give the linear trend green to make things easier for the eye and pretty. Okay, so now we're going to use the absolute function, which again I was talking to you about just a minute earlier. And then we're going to do the demand minus linear trend. We want to compare each one. I'm going to press enter, and then we are going to drag it down about 7 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I think if I drag it one more time, it should say value. Okay, yeah. So here is this one. Now for the squared error, it's self-explanatory. What you need to do is take this error and square it. So use the caret to the power of 2 and fill it. And lastly, for this one, what you need to do is use the absolute function again. And then you want to divide this error by the actual value of the demand. What should have been. You click OK, and then you drag it down. fix this. Oh, oops, my bad. Mm-hmm. 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 This one. Okay, there we go. So that concludes the part of the errors. Now we move to the following part. All right, so for this next section, what we need to do is use one of the templates that luckily we are able to use on the midterm exam. In this case, is the period average moving template. And what you need to do is copy the demand, control copy, and go into the template here, as you can see, moving average, and paste it into the value section. So you want to do Control Alt D, so it's a paste special, and you click on values. Click OK, and there you go. And here, the number of periods, since it's a 3-day, you click 3, press Enter. Now go ahead and copy these values, go into your document, and put them here. Control Alt D, values, okay. And there we go. Go into the answers. Okay. Awesome. So now we need to calculate the errors. So again, pause. Okay, so one more time, what we need to do here is calculate the errors, but for the 3-period moving average. So to do that, let me do another table right here. 3-day average. Enter. Select merchant center, give it a color. That works. Okay, so now what you want to do is one more time do the errors. So here, copy these, paste, then start one by one. So first one is an absolute error, which is the AVS function, AVS, and then grab your demand, minus the forecast, and click enter. This will give you a value because you, well, of course, you cannot do that. But if you keep dragging down, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you will have the values right there. Okay, so now for the square error, take the error and you square it, fill it. And then for this one, we want to do the AVS function, and then it would be the error divided by, and then 49, right? Yeah, okay. Enter. Go ahead and, oh, sorry, my bad. Didn't mean to do that. It's not 49. It's actually before. That's not before. It's oh, okay, weird. Yeah, it's okay. There we go. So now for the next part, right? So one more time, quick and easy. Grab the demand, and we're gonna use another template of ours. We're gonna use the exponential smooth. Here you go. Here in values, Control Alt B. Okay, that didn't work. Well, in the meantime, while my computer decides to work, I will alpha 0.2. Okay, so they give us the alpha. So let's put it right here, 0.2. Awesome. Let's go to values one more time. My computer is not cooperating, but it does not matter. Control copy, go to the template, Control Alt B. And there we go. Now it works. Awesome. So now we have this one, and we copy it. And we have to go back here. There we go. Control B, values, and we're done with this part. Now, for the next part. So once again, what we need here is to calculate the errors of the exponential smoothing. So I'm gonna go ahead and click here, type exponential smoothing with an alpha of 0.2. Go ahead and motion center that, and sorry, my bad. I want it here. That's better. Give it another color. I choose blue, like this blue. And now we just repeat the same process that we've been doing for the past 10 minutes. We just control copy, control V, and we go to time. So first, it's an ABS, tab, and you want to do the demand, minus the first one here. Don't worry about this. Since it's a dynamic function, you can drag it down. 457. Okay. 1. Why is that? Okay, hold on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Awesome. Now we square it, just like we did before with the caret. We fill it. Now here equals ABS. And then we select our error divided by the actual demand. So here. And we click this. And now we have it. You can merge it if you want to, and then just copy the format. There you go. Cool. This is not necessary, but you can always do this to make it easier for you to see. There you go. Okay, so now we just gotta copy it. Okay, so now this part hopefully goes a little bit quicker. So that's here for the mean absolute deviation. Every time you hear mean, as the video says, it's referring to an average. So we're gonna go ahead and use the average function. And they ask us for the mean absolute deviation of the linear trend, which in this case would be this. Hit enter. Then we do the same for this average. And we do the same for this average. Go. Oh, my bad. Equals average. Cool. And now this refers to the absolute percentage error. So again, one more time, average, tab, select this, enter, equals average, tab, select this, enter, equals average, tab, enter. There you go. Now we just gotta answer the question and we're almost done. So for the last part, what I want to do is actually fix a little mistake that I committed here. So yeah. So in this case, this is wrong, right? Yeah. So I'm not gonna average that. Sorry, I'm gonna average this instead. And oops. Oh, never mind. I was doing the wrong thing. Sorry. So yeah, there we go. Instead of sheet 33, we'll do sheet 34. And that should fix it. I33, I34. Hopefully that, okay, yeah. So yeah, that fixed it. And so lastly, it asks us to create a line graph. Should be 4 lines on our graph. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and grab this and click insert. Go to recommended charts and search for the, there we go, line chart. Click insert. There's 4 lines on the graph. Oops. And give it a proper size. That should fix it. And then axis labels, chart title. Okay, yeah, sure. So just yeah, it's an average linear trend, exponential small thing. You can change this later to the actual thing. I'm just putting this as a placeholder. But yeah, there should be 4 lines on your chart. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you check the answers, everything is 100%. So that will conclude our tutorials for now.